Health is more than a look, it's a lifestyle, and it starts with one decision. At Cheers to Health, we bring expert personal training to your schedule, online or in person, with a fresh new look and a focus on results that last. Get access to personalized workouts, progress tracking, and direct coaching through the Cheers to Health fitness app. I'm Omar Torres, certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. Let's build habits that work for your real life. Whether you're just starting, bouncing back, or leveling up, I've got the tools, the plan, and the support you need. New online training starting at just $30 per month. Cheers to strength. Cheers to confidence. Cheers to health.
Welcome back to another episode of Cheers to Health. Of course, you gotta have me, that fucking big, strong, fucking bad man, Bryan Torres. And then I've got the little man, Omar, just had a newborn, Torres. And of course, the newest member of the crew, Victoria Tina Valenzuela, to another episode of Cheers to Health.
Welcome back. So, our other member couldn't make it. He's doing deployment stuff.
Yeah.
He's training, he's trying to get it ready. I don't know how in depth he is in all that process, but it's harder for him to get a connection. So, unfortunately, he can't make it. Okay. But from what he's been, relaying to us, he's been trying to stay in there, stay fit. He's even had an opportunity to lead his people into like PT sessions, which is physical training. So he's doing stuff. He's showing us little things that he has to do in his hotel room because he doesn't have a full kitchen. So we're gonna get some pointers from him one of these days. See what you can do. Maybe you're traveling in something and you want to know, what do I do? How can I still stay healthy while I'm traveling at this hotel with just a microwave? So maybe he'll give us a cue. Anyways, other than that, if you went through that little clip that we had in the beginning of the episode, yeah, you heard right. We're going to have access to the app for as low as $30. And if you listen further into this episode, I'm going to show you something else that might entice you to join us. Because, hey, at Cheers to Health, we're going to find ways to get you healthy. We're going to find ways to get you active. One of those ways is getting Victoria on the pod. And we're going to go into that as well. But for now, I want to give you an update on what's been going on. So, if you've noticed, we updated the logo. We updated some packages for the personal training. We did a little of this and that with some editing with the episode of me and AJ on the other channel. We're gonna have some more clips on that with if it's either some training videos, some fun entertainment videos, like the one that Bryan's gonna go into with the boxing. Put that in that one. But yeah, we've been trying to do things while also staying busy. We got a lot of things going on. Okay. First of all, for me, I knocked out some classes. Okay. Some more classes like the freaking shitty ass chemistry. It's done.
Hey,
Chemistry and physics.
Watch your mouth,
Physics
dude.
was chill.
Watch your
Chemistry, boom. Dude. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I knocked those biddies out. And now I'm on to the next level where I get to apply for a physical therapy program. So that's going to be something that, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a journey. I'm going to be there. I'm going to get through that. And I'm going to tell y'all about that journey as well. On top of that, your boy is now a father of 3. Yeah, geez, dude. I'm over here stepping my game up on the dad stuff. I got 3 minions. This one's a girl. I got 2 dudes. This one's a girl. So it's a different game plan that I'm gonna have to do. Me and the old lady went from man to zone. Okay, we can't man up no more. We can't get one guy over here and one guy over here. Now we gotta be ready in all directions.
Checks out.
Yeah, but it kind of put a little thing in my brain where I was like, this is an opportunity for me becoming like a more busy parent to help others that might be in that similar situation. So I'm opening the platform to people who are busy, whether they're parents, whether they're just like working nonstop and they're trying to find a way to still fit in that exercise or that workout or what or more nutrition. Hey, we're here for that, and I'm gonna try to dial in on that to help y'all out. But other than that, hey, Brian, dude, what you been up to, dude?
Scream at me, boss. Scream at me, man. Hey, so
Oh, is
again,
it too loud?
no, you're fine, buddy. I'm just saying, like that's how I say, like, talk to me, man. Like, what's up? So this past weekend, we had a big fights here in Guthrie, Oklahoma. Big shout out to Alfred Ratcliffe and Robert Keating, man. Congratulations, both of y'all, for stepping in there and giving us a great show. A huge shout out to Alfred Ratcliffe for going out there and just putting a whooping on that young man that he went against. He put the paws on him, man, and didn't hold back, which I liked that. It was a great event, man. It was really good and entertaining. They had some people singing there too. The one young lady, when I first walked in, she was singing. I thought it was the radio because she was singing really good. I was just like, what? And then I seen her in the ring singing away. I was like, oh gosh, okay, go ahead. And then this other guy who was in there rapping, man, that dude was just going to town. I don't know their names though, but they did really great. So kudos to them.
I heard you knew some rap stuff. Could you
I
spit us
did,
a
I
bar or
did,
something?
I did. But honestly, the venue was already maxed out on their budget, and I had
Ah,
already did my pro
whatever.
bono stuff, so I really couldn't go in there. My manager said, "Hey, boss, we
Too
can't
much
do
work,
this
yeah.
right now.
That's what
We're
you're trying
here
to say.
we're here for Cheers to Health because I was a photographer. I was already had uh, my hands full. I was already, instructing Alfred on, what to do in there and how to overcome, because
Dominate.
I pretty much told Alfred what to do in there and how to win it, So I'm not saying that I'm the reason why, but, I probably am. But anyways, it
So you're
was a great,
saying if
huh?
somebody were to challenge you to a boxing match, you would know how to dominate that situation.
No, I'm a coach. I'm a coach, so it's
Oh,
like
okay.
playing a video game.
Go to
So I would be
match
able to instruct them
or
on
whatever.
how to like whoop anybody's ass. Let's just say I was just like, "Hey, my brother's pissing me off today," and I would know, "Hey, hit him with that double jab and then the cross, and you go 9-9." That's what I do.
Like,
Okay, that's what I do. Now, if you were to say that me and you got in the ring, would I dominate you? Absolutely, hands down.
oh,
Without a doubt, I would put the pause on that guy Omar Torres, and I don't want to be that kind of a guy because I'm a lover. I'm a lover, but I will
yeah,
fuck
let him know what's
somebody
up.
up
Let him know what's up. Big brother
with
would
a
take that
smile.
W.
Take that whooping. You right. You right. He
Oh,
would.
dang it. I fell right
He
into
would.
that. Dang it.
Yeah. So yeah, that was really fun. Honestly, it really was a good time. I don't know why Lily didn't go with me, but that's okay. She didn't want to go. Whatever. I guess I'll take care of all the
Man.
Hanging.
by myself. It's just like a one man crew out
Sometimes
there.
I have things, places to be, people to see. It's just how it is sometimes. It did look
That
really cool
situation,
though.
I
I
guess.
saw people posting about it. I was like, dang, it looks like they did really good
Yeah.
just with the setup and everything. It looked like it was pretty packed.
Yeah. It was. It
Oh, yeah,
was.
dude.
It was. Obviously, we always want more. So, but that was a really great turnout. Really great turnout.
And you did an awesome job, dude, covering
Yeah.
what you did and putting that little highlight video together on the socials.
Yeah.
So if you didn't catch that, get on there.
Yeah. Check the
See the
TikTok.
clip.
Check
See the
out
documentation.
TikTok. Cheers to health or whatever it's called. But check the TikTok and follow the TikTok. I put all the good stuff on there. We usually try to do whatever we can to blur Lulu's Victoria's face, but sometimes she sneaks in there.
Yep.
Sometimes can't
Just
help it.
right there.
But other than that, dude, what you been up to? What you been doing, man? How you been feeling?
I've been feeling good. I've been feeling good. A quick update, I do work for Job Corps, and we are or were under a 30-day, pretty much we had to shut it down. June 29th, they gave us the orders to shut down Job Corps. So all the students got sent home. A lot of staff got sent home as well. But this past week, got to Job Corps did get granted a restraining order to stop that. So next week we will have some students coming back to Job Corps to resume classes. But again, it's just until after the court hearing on the 17th. So it is still currently pending, but we are very hopeful and we are staying positive about it. So we're excited and to have the students come back and hopefully get things back up on the road.
Yeah.
That they did
If you're
get to
listening to
come back
this,
until the
hey,
17th.
Some students do. Yes, the ones who are without a home most definitely do get to come back as soon as possible, and then we'll slowly start transitioning to bringing more students in as we can until after the 17th when they tell us what we can and cannot do moving forward.
there you go. Shoot.
Good. It's really
And
good.
I mentioned this to y'all, but if anybody listening and you want to help out, let us know what we can do. I know I mentioned like putting some kind of like donation thing together, or even getting some merchandise with Job Corps to help promote, help donate to help these people that might not have somewhere to go or are struggling. We need something. Hey, let's try to help. If you're
Absolutely.
listening, come on. Let's
Absolutely.
brainstorm. Let's get something together.
Yeah, we can all help each other, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, for sure. So other than that, man, how's your health? How you
My
been doing?
health,
You been
my health has probably seen better
doing
days
the
because,
household?
dude, I've been busy. I've been busy since I've been really busy. And again, we're gonna go to what Omar probably could help me with. Like I said, when you get too busy, man, you feel like you don't got time to work out, but we got to make it a priority, you know. But I've been busy, just staying busy with work. It's been a roller coaster of emotions for sure.
No, yeah. No, for sure, dude. Because there's a lot to it. It's not just about staying busy, but it takes a toll on you emotionally, and that's what kind of drains you, where you're just like, oh, dude, I don't want to do anything now.
No, absolutely, yes.
And that's where you kind of have to navigate. When is it the appropriate time to prioritize myself so I don't get to that point?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's before you hit the day, like the rest of the day, early in the morning, yeah, it's gonna suck. But guess what? It's gonna set you up for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be really disciplined because at the end of the day, you just want to freaking plop down and just call it a day. Watch a show, then you fade out, and you're like, all right, hang night. Or
Mm-hmm.
another option where you can kind of sacrifice your lunch, a little bit. Get a little snack away, and then get a little gym time in there. I don't know, do some push-ups, pull-ups, squats, things like that. Still being active in some
Go
kind
for
of
a
way.
walk.
And yeah, go for a walk. But all of it, I mean, it can't just be something that you do one time and be like, "Oh, I did that this day." It's got to be consistent.
Yep.
It's got to be
Yep.
consistent, and then you'll feel like, okay, this was helping me with that emotional draining. Maybe because it's kind of balancing that your hormones. Where, oh shoot, okay, I feel a little bit better throughout the day. Let's finish strong. Yeah, I got to do this, but I got to look out for the people that are relying on me.
Mm-hmm.
Right on, dude. But yo, we gotta hit the main event. Lulu. Oh, sorry, I did it again.
You guys
Victoria.
can call me that.
Nobody can call her Lulu, okay? Yeah, we went over this.
I'm gonna call her
Victoria,
Tina
okay?
just so I don't mess it up.
Tina.
Listen.
Yeah, we can't do that either. I don't think she appreciates that.
I
That's
think she
just the
loves
whole point.
it. I know.
Bob's Burgers.
Give her
But
the
anyways,
intro, bro. Introduce her. Hype her up.
that's what I was about to dig in
Yeah.
there, dude, okay? And now, entering the Cheers to Health team, the one, the only, Victoria.
Tina.
Hi,
Yeah.
Okay.
What
No
up? What
last
up?
name.
What up? Tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are. Like the Cheers to Health family, the Cheers to Health people want to know. Yeah, we seen that clip on the socials, but who are you? I mean, tell us.
I'm a child of God.
Oh,
Just kidding.
there you go.
Hallelujah.
So, I am Victoria, but I am known as Lulu. I think a lot of people that are on this, even on this account, they're going to know me as Lulu. But I'm a single mom, or just a mom, of a 13-year-old. Yeah.
13.
Be nice.
And
Be nice.
hey, listen, we're friends, okay? We've been friends
Okay.
lately, so I'll be nice.
Well, good. Keep it that way.
But you you need to get her, okay? But
See that? Mama
uh
drama.
what
Mama and daughter
else?
drama.
What'd you say?
I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for
Now,
that.
honestly, personally, I feel like girls are really easy to raise when they're younger. They
Okay.
are.
Well, I mean,
Because I feel
she's
like
a
boys are
teenager now.
very
Yeah,
hyper.
she's a teenager. So I mean, she's just going into those teenager age where I think boy or girl, you're gonna get it right. Well, especially a girl, but either or, you're gonna get it at the teenagers.
Yeah,
Yeah. And the
for
thing
sure.
too is that like they're figuring themselves out too. You know what I mean? So that's the part where I got to keep in mind like, man, she's figuring it
Mm-hmm.
out too. Same.
That's why we got it. That's why we have to
So,
give
it's just
Yep.
being
Marlena Bug grace. We got to give her grace, okay?
That's true though.
I do give her grace, bro. Okay? She doesn't give me grace.
There's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of obstacles, I feel like, as a teenage daughter parent that you had to navigate around. Got freaking little dudes trying to chase her down. You got social media. You got all these things happening around her. It's hard to kind of tell, like,
Yeah.
hey, how are we going to handle the situation? There's a lot of things behind it where it's hard to kind of say, okay, let's do this. Because we don't know.
Absolutely.
We didn't grow up around like that kind of stuff. In a way, we did, but not really. You know what I mean?
No, I
And
think
with
we
that
got at
being
the peak
said,
where
Lulu,
MySpace and all that was coming out.
Yeah.
uh-huh. So
It's still kind of simmer though.
we're gonna. I appreciate
Go
all
ahead.
of that. So Lulu, I know you've been into the gym for quite a while now, but what really got you into, wanting to get into the gym and kind of commit to the gym now, and make it more of a lifestyle than just something that we do every now and then?
Uh, I was honestly really, really thinking about this earlier because I was in it like back in what 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
I was really, really in it, and then after that, I honestly hadn't been in the gym for up until the beginning of this year, so a few
Yeah.
years there, and I missed it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just to me. I've always loved the gym. I've always loved it. I've always loved seeing what my body is capable of. I just was in beginning of the year, I was in a very just bad season or just when you hit rock bottom, I guess you could say, and you get kind of sick of yourself and you're like, man, I got to change. Cause I was
Mm-hmm.
very malnutrition and I was like, I gotta take care of myself. Like I can't, it's, that's all there was is like, got to take care of myself. Cause there hits a point where it's like, no one's going to save you but you. And that's kind of
Absolutely.
where
Absolutely.
I had to get it together.
Well, good, good.
Yep.
And since
So
you said that being malnourished, however you say it, if you are comfortable with it, how much did you weigh prior to you starting the gym, and what is your weight now? If you don't mind us telling us, because I mean, I feel like you've you've came such a long ways, in being consistent in the gym and just working on your mental health has helped you out so much. So, I mean, for me, I know a lot of people aren't comfortable talking about their weight, but for you, I feel like it is such a great milestone that we have reached. So, would you feel comfortable touching base with that?
Yeah. I was 96 pounds at the end of January,
Yeah,
and I am currently sitting at 111 today. So
how
it
tall?
and that is
was,
that is great. That is great to hear.
yeah.
Jeremy, how tall?
I'm 5'2".
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's underweight in that area. So
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I can't remember the last time I weighed that much, 96 pounds. Even whenever I
Yeah,
was like in the hospital and all that, I don't think I was ever below 100. So,
yeah,
and you
and it
don't even
wasn't
see it.
until
And that's the thing.
yeah, and it wasn't for me until you hopped on the scale and then I actually seen that where I looked at you and was like, damn, you're really that freaking skinny. Because I don't know if it's just being around you so much, but I didn't. I was even blinded to it until I seen the actual 96 on there. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
like dang, girl.
Yeah. That's where even me, I was, because like I said, I was really thinking about it today. I was like, dang, I really didn't. And that's where it's like the mental health side of it. Like, if I can be honest, like I was at a point where it's like I hated myself, like and I hated looking at myself that I never looked in the mirror kind of thing. I didn't know that I was at that weight or that I looked
Yeah.
the way that I looked. And I was skin and bones. And it's not
Mhm.
to, I don't ever want to make it seem like it's like the way you look is all that matters. No, but I was very unhealthy and I
Yeah.
didn't realize it.
Well, good
no,
job
that's
though.
what it is. Like a lot of people. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna congratulate her again, man, because like I said, you just in this past what is that 6 months now? How the strides she's made thus far is just crazy. And like I said, kudos to you. Like I said,
Yep.
you don't know how big of a difference by that one day of you starting to now. Sure, it's 6 months later, but my goodness, how your life has changed so drastically in these 6 months is just crazy. So
Yeah.
kudos to you and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, a lot of people, they have their own little journeys, and people will probably look at it like, she was skinny. Well, like, okay, look at me, I'm overweight. Everybody's got their own thing, their own obstacles,
Yep.
the way they navigate their journeys. And we hit on this before, but we can't be judging people just because their journey is a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're doing awesome. Keep it up.
Yes.
But you don't know what happened prior to this for anybody. Like to me, to Bryan, we might look chipper and everything, but there's stuff that came behind it where now we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or we're still working through it. So
Yes.
that goes to like everybody's be freaking kind to everybody around you.
Yep. Yep. Give
That's the
people
biggest
grace.
thing. Like,
Give people grace because like Omar just said, you don't know what they're going through, and you definitely don't know what they've been through. That's why we always like to open up this platform for folks if they want to ever come on here and just tell their story, good or bad. A lot of folks don't like to go to counseling. A lot of folks don't even have people to talk to. But if you just come on here, man, this isn't a counseling session. This isn't nothing like that. We're just conversing amongst each other, and having that conversation that a lot of people don't have, and a lot of folks after they get done having this conversation with us, they feel like it's relieving, because they actually feel heard, and they can relate to people, and then people are going to be able to relate to Lulu as well. So if anybody wants to ever come on here and share their story or just have that conversation, any kind of conversation with us, they're more than welcome to shoot each and every one of us, or shoot one of us an email or a text, or a message on whatever platform. We got TikTok, Instagram. I don't know if I don't have X. Lulu might have X. Omar, I don't know. I got TikTok. Hit me up on the
yeah,
TikTok.
a lot of
I
stuff.
can't stand you.
Stuff out there. No, but you hit on a good point. Relating to people.
Mm-hmm.
Relating to people is the biggest thing, because a lot of times people feel alone. People feel like, oh, nobody's going through what I'm going through. They might not be that specific situation, but there's similar things that maybe they can help you overcome that obstacle.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Lulu, there's probably a point in your life where you were like, this ain't, why am I doing this? Why do I feel this way? Am I the only one? I'm by myself. Like, there's nobody here. You
Yeah.
found your way, and it was Jesus. But there's other people that can kind of look back at this, or even through all your videos and stuff like that. You're like, oh shoot, she's going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And now you
And
got this little community where
that's where I
they
will
would.
say too, though, is like when people see, they don't, like you guys said, that not everyone knows the story and all that, but anyone's story, what they're going through, unless they're open about it. And I will say that this may be where I was now, and I hope that it can help someone, because I mean, a year ago, man, I felt like what you just said, so like been alone, for it's like, am I the only one? Like, I'm just struggling bad. And even the beginning of like the weight and everything, and it's like the mental health side of it, like it was just, it gets better. Like, and I feel like that's where it's important for us to talk about. You don't have to
Yep.
talk about every little thing, but just to show like, hey, it gets better. Like, and
Yeah.
we all go through struggles, and there are people that you can have a community of people that will uplift you and will listen to you, whatever it is it may be. Counseling, highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend
Yep.
that.
I do
Because
too.
you never have to feel ashamed for feeling or going through things that you may think someone else may or may not be going through. Like, at the end of the day, it's your journey, but never be ashamed of what you are going through in life,
Yep.
because it'll get
Absolutely.
better.
Yep.
And even the opposite, where people are like, oh, people do that, people go through this all the time. Whatever, I'm good. I need to push through. There might be some tools that you need to navigate a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yeah.
it is good to have a therapist, a counselor, or whatever it is. And that's something we hit on before on the podcast with Alex. She was she is a therapist, and going through that situation, we're like, yeah, you might feel like you're doing awesome, but it's okay to have tools to maybe navigate, getting better rest at night,
Yeah.
maybe confronting a conflict, or dealing with your everyday life. You never know. maybe you're going through some past trauma that's preventing you from doing something that you want to do.
Absolutely.
Just having the tools at the end of the day, you
Yep.
never know. Maybe you will get into some kind of trauma in the future. Well, hey, now you got this. Now you know how you react to a certain situations. So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's one of
Absolutely.
the reasons why I was like, this is an awesome idea to have Lulu on. See Victoria on. See that? We're
You're
gonna get
good.
confused. But because of that mental health aspect, that faithful aspect, but also being able to be vulnerable in front of the camera, in
Hmm.
front of people, because you have a TikTok, you have your Instagram and stuff like that. People see you and they're like, "Oh shoot, look at that! She can help me, or she's going through similar stuff. We can
Yeah,
do
Yeah.
this.
absolutely.
Get through
And
this."
there's also been cases where, let's just say, some folks, might get on here who maybe stuff we haven't touched base on. And I've had people reach out to me about, my mental health and stuff that I've been through that's helped them. So maybe something that people get on here and want to share with us that could help other people, because sure, we've been through some stuff, but I mean, there's people who've been through a lot of other stuff that we've never even thought of. So again, I just want to open up this platform to anybody who wants to get on here and share their word, or just get on here and just chit chat with us. That's what we're here for.
Julio, speaking on helping people, what would you say is one of the best advice you can give somebody when it comes to your nutrition aspect? You said you were at 96 pounds. Now you're at 114, right? 111.
Mhm.
111. That that increase of weight, being consistent, being, at a good spot and progressing. What do you feel helped you the most?
Ooh, that's tough, man, because honestly, because I didn't have an appetite to eat, if I'm being honest. I
Yep.
didn't. And I think that's where it was a hard part too, is not having that appetite, and then your body just gets used to not eating. So it's just, a normal thing. So it was to each their own, but to me it was a lot of prayer of like, Lord help me, give me the strength to be able to eat kind of thing, because I didn't have it, and then it's just making a habit of it. For
Mhm.
a while there, I would, and I don't say it just for everyone, but personally, me, I had to do protein shakes at least once or twice a day just to make sure that I was getting the nutritions I needed, until
Yep.
I got to a point where it was a habit of me to eat, lunch, dinner, breakfast, all of it. Um, just doing it, even if you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it
that's
And I
is
fair.
think
like.
I think a big part of it too is something we do touch base on a lot is harmony, or something that we've touched base on since uh, I forget her name, but she came in here and dropped that word harmony on us. Uh, like I said, you it's all got to flow together. We got to get our mental health. We got to get that in order, and then our workouts, and then we got to eat. So it all kind of flows together. So if our mental is not there, then we might not be hungry, or we might not want to work out. And then sometimes if we don't feel like working out, we're like, well, fuck, I can go eat. I didn't work out, so I might just go splurge. So we got to make sure that we are taking care of our mental health and our physical health, and we are eating the proper, stuff, because that it all flows together to that harmony, man, that we all look for to help us. Because I still look for it daily. Sometimes, look, I'm gonna have my ice cream and cookies, and that's what I'm having for dinner. But
I was about to say.
we got to remember, portion control, portion control, portion control, and I preach it and I say it every time, because it's something I'm working on myself. And same thing with harmony. There's some days where like this past freaking year, it felt like just been so stressful. But we have to make it a priority to take care of our mental health, our physical self, and we're eating the right stuff so we can be to the best of our ability, so we can help others. Because that's what thing that keeps me going, is helping other people, man. I love helping other people in any way. It doesn't matter if I'm down, if I'm not the best. If I can help somebody else, man, it makes my day. It makes me feel better.
Oh yeah.
Can I say what the something that I did was the three C's for me is Christ, what I consume, and that's not just like food wise. It's like also the things that you listen to, the things that you watch, and also your community is also pretty really important as well.
Absolutely.
And I feel like
Absolutely.
that those are things that really help me to be where I am right now.
There you
Yep.
go. Yeah. And hitting back to harmony. Yeah. Let's, take care of our mental health, but don't make it where now our mental health is taking us over
Hmm.
fully. Let's have some let's prioritize having fun. Let's prioritize treating ourselves a little bit. Let's prioritize physical health as well,
Yeah, that's where
because
the
that all
harmony comes in. Yeah,
harmony.
like because
Yeah.
if you just focus on one of them, like I said, mental health, then you're not taking care of your physical. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your mind or your whatever mental health is just like, well, I can't even eat because I'm just thinking like, am I doing this right? Am I doing? No, we got to be in harmony with all of it, you know. And like I said, have grace. You know, have grace on yourself too. Not only on others, but have grace on yourself. You know, you like for me, I've came a long ways. You came a long ways. Omar, you come a long ways. So just have grace on yourself. You know, we are gonna have those bad days, and we are gonna have those cheat meals. We're gonna miss a workout or two, or maybe a month, whatever. But have grace on yourself. You know, have grace on yourself.
Yeah. Not too much grace where you end up
Portion
slipping
control.
up too much and then end up in
Yeah,
the dang bottom of the ice cream bucket or whatever.
Here's my
So
thing with that is that like when it's just two, it is that harmony. And one thing like resting when you need it, like and not being hard on yourself, because that's something I had to learn is
yeah,
just if I
yeah,
feel like my body is needing to rest, I just rest. I'm
yeah,
not gonna,
absolutely.
be a downer on myself because I didn't go to the gym or I didn't do this.
no,
Yeah, that's with
no,
having
yeah,
grace, you know. And a big thing for me, I'm a big believer, and you got to have the proper sleep. And, you know, I use a sleep app machine, however you say it, and then I do have a mouthpiece because, like I said, I don't really know what because I haven't gone to the doctor for it again in like years. But getting good quality
gotta get on
sleep
with it.
getting good quality sleep is
Yep,
such a big thing. I truly do believe that, you know, a lot of folks don't understand
seven
that how
to nine.
important sleep is as well.
Oh yeah. Eventually it catches up.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, see, that's one of my struggles right now because the Betty changing diapers every 2 hours. But I also think this is short term.
Hmm.
So there's certain things that you can manage. You can be like,
Absolutely.
okay, this is gonna be what it is for the better in the long
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just gotta find ways to manage it, and
Hmm.
that's where we come in. We're gonna try to give you little tips and tricks. See what you can do. It might work, it might not, and you can do more research. But I am a certified personal trainer, precision nutrition, so I got a nutritional coach certification on my way to being a physical therapist.
And if you don't get all your 8 hours, whatever, take a nap. It's okay to take a nap. Because
Yeah,
I'm not. I used to not be the biggest fan of naps because you're not going to deep sleep or whatever it might be, the REM, whatever. But that nap actually can help tremendously. So if you do need a nap, and you're like Omar and you have a kid or whatever it is where you don't have that perfect sleep schedule, get you a nap in, even if it's 30 minutes or an hour, whatever you can afford to get, man. Get that nap in,
5 minutes.
it 5 minutes,
5 minutes
whatever
worth.
it is. I'm not kidding. I've
Oh,
taken
damn
five
it.
minute naps on my lunch break, and I come back like a new man. I tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm a big nap person.
So yeah.
No, I'm not. I can't
I
nap.
used to not be, but fuck, I'll take a nap. Give me a fucking nap and I'm a good to go. Give me a nap.
But I
Honestly,
did take
man.
a cat nap recently, so it was like maybe a couple minutes. I felt a little bit better, so
Yeah.
I guess it did some. And I
Uh-huh.
mean, there's some research behind it. I remember reading into it, so it's a thing.
Like
You
I
can
said, I
nap.
used to not be it because you're. But either way, if you can get a nap in, I'm for it. I'm for it.
Oh, yeah, get it.
Get it?
But Lulu, I mean,
Yeah, you're
you're
good,
the
dude.
freaking you're the main event right now, okay? And we know you. You've overcome a lot. What are some struggles that you feel that you were like, okay, this is gonna be a big deal, but I can get through it. Whether it's, oh shoot, now I'm a parent, boom, but it's okay. This is a blessing. Like this is a kid and I'm gonna raise this thing, blah blah. Or maybe you went through some illness or something like that. You were like, okay, I'll manage it, I'll get through it. I know you went over your um malnutrition, but is there other things that you kind of overcame that you can kind of share to the people? Maybe somebody can relate that you can help kind of push
It
through.
was all of those that you just named with being a mom at a young age. I I feel like now even because and it's crazy because I was just talking to the therapist about it the other day that with Lena and I is that I basically her and I are essentially grew up together because I had her at a young
Mm-hmm.
age. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So there's certain things that now it's like, oh, I see it, where it's a different transition between her and I, that she's a teenager, so it's a whole different ball game with
Mm-hmm.
how to navigate it correctly. I've always kind of been different though, in the sense of I'm very much like about like understanding her feelings. You know what I mean? Because I always think to myself, like, as adults, we have issues, like we have problems being able to navigate our own emotions and everything. So how can I expect a
Mm-hmm.
teenager or a kid to be able to do the same thing? You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm currently working on, is figuring out a way to navigate to help her in the long run with that too.
Absolutely.
Um, Health issues, I've been through that too. Doctor's visits, hospital visits, all of that, surgeries, medications left and right. But I feel like now in that case, like I'm living in my prayer of where my body's at peace and it's healthy and I'm able to get back in the gym and all of that. So I'm grateful for that. Sometimes when you're going through that, it's hard. Like you don't think that you're gonna go past like that, but it can get better, honestly. Get granted, everyone's situation is different, but um what else? Oh, I mean, I've been through a lot, and I would say
Yep.
this year it's more of just figuring out who I am outside of being a mom and anything else, and working on my self-esteem, my self-confidence, my just all of that, honestly, my hobbies. That's kind of where I'm at. What I want to do next in my career, things of that nature.
Mm, awesome. And you might have answered this briefly, Lulu, but like I said, I know we're going on this new fitness lifestyle. But we all have our down days, you know, and there's days where we don't want to go to the gym, days we don't even want to go to work. So what motivates you and what keeps you going to the gym?
Mm. I like it. I think that's where it's different for me now, that I have just a joy for it, being able to go to the gym. That's where
Hmm.
I like try to remind myself, like, I don't have to go to the gym. I get to go to the gym.
There you go.
I think that's where I've shifted my mindset with it, is like, I don't have to do these things. I get to get to do these things, I think
Really
that's
good.
helped me a lot. That's with
Well, good.
anything. Even if it's like, even with work, I'm like, man, I don't want to, but it's like I get to go to work, and
Yeah.
just just changing your perspective. I know it's a little very cliche and you hear it, but it helps a lot.
No, absolutely. You're right. It's all perspective, you
Gratitude, being grateful.
Yes.
know. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're all about, finding ways to appreciate the journey. And I know initially, especially if you're starting a brand new journey, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a struggle. But I tell people this about squats because I used to hate squats. I mean, I got freaking twigs as legs. So I'm like, dude, sometimes you gotta learn to love it. And that's just
Yeah.
constantly doing it and finding ways to like it, finding ways to enjoy that process. Because at the end of the day, it's good for you.
Yep.
So
Yep.
why wouldn't you want to do something that's good for you?
Absolutely.
Being active is good for you. Find something that you enjoy that's active and go do it. It can be freaking golfing, it can be frisbee golf, it can be dang, I don't know,
Going for a
hockey.
walk. Just going for a walk.
Add a little bit of push-ups in there because you still need. We'll go into that. I mean, we've gone
But I'm
over
just
resist.
saying, a lot of folks, man,
That's where I
It'll make
started, was going on
it'll
walks.
make the world of difference if we just get up and go for a walk. I'm telling you, if you
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
what that's where it starts, Omar. I will give you that much. That's where it starts. Is just getting up and go for the walk. And then once you get that walk in, I'm telling you, and be consistent with that walk, then you're gonna be like, you're gonna have that energy. You're gonna want more. You know, because that walk, I feel like it's gonna release those endorphins, and you're gonna want to go. And you're like, dang, that walk was really nice. You know, and I still feel good. Maybe I will, do some air squats. Maybe I will do some push-ups or some sit-ups. You know. So for me, it's making that first step of just getting up and going for that walk. Do
Oh
that.
yeah. And speaking on, starting a new journey or just continuing a journey, and I know you guys are saying you're ready for this, but the transformation challenge is
Oh
coming up.
shit.
We just got done with the challenge. It was the level up challenge. It was for more, consistency, sorry. And with that, we had some people come in knocking it out each week, and Terry, my dude, he came in. and I was raving about him on the what's it called, on the app, because he was just setting his own records every week.
Yeah.
Even whenever I'm not there, because I haven't been there due to, you know, the baby. Boom, he was staying in there, getting better each week.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude, I'm not gonna say his age, but he ain't no young buck. But he found a way to enjoy the process.
There you
Staying
go.
feeling great. Okay.
Yep.
On top of that, he's number one. He was number one there. And with that, he got a free personal training session, free month access to the app. And he's got a shirt coming in. Okay. C28. Our new merch is out.
Them
So
shirts are nice. Them
get in
shirts
there.
are nice.
Yeah. Get in there, check it out. And second place, it was Lilian. So this one, when I first took her in, I was nervous, okay? Because she speaks no English. She understands it a little bit,
What's the problem
but
with that, Omar?
dude, I don't speak it
What's
every
up,
day. I
Omar?
use
What
it.
was your first language?
It
What
was
was your first
that's why,
language?
yeah, that's
Okay.
why we continued the journey, because it came back to me, dude. I was spitting it out like
Well,
I
talk
never
to us in
thought.
Spanish, bro. Let us hear it.
Estaba hablando en español y estaba diciendo esto y eso. No, okay, chill out, bro.
That was
Okay,
pretty good.
you don't want to hear me right now talking Spanish.
I want to hear you.
But
Yes.
no, no, she was doing awesome. She was kicking butt, and you know she's got kids. She's got work, so she was getting in the gym, and it was, you know, something that kind of helped her, I guess, map out her day, because it
Mm-hmm.
was the first thing she would do, and then she would, you know, get the kids ready or whatever it was, and then she got to work.
Yep.
So it's how you maneuver that. So she got second place.
There you
She got
go.
the shirt and access to the app. And third place, this is, yeah, he's a long time client. This dude gets stronger each week. He's in the Army Reserves, but he always got, yeah, I mean, every time we met up, there was always something that he would progress on. And that's the goal. Each time we go in the gym, we want to progress at something. It
Mm-hmm.
might be an extra rep, it might be an extra pound. Whatever it is, you try to find ways to keep moving up each week. Because if you're not, you're just gonna be stagnant. You're not gonna be in this plateau. Find ways to keep progressing. And that's what he was doing. Got third place, killing it. Boom. He got free access to that.
Good
Boom.
job.
Those are the top 3 freaking level up challenge winners.
I'm gonna be
But
at
on the
number
fourth
one.
one,
I'm gonna be number one on the next one.
we'll see. The stakes are
Sorry.
gonna be a little bit high. Well, I don't know if that's the right terminology I'm using there, or the right kind of phrase. But the prizes are gonna be a little bit more. With that, there's gonna be, and at the beginning of the video, I was talking about the app access, $30. Well, for this challenge, if you enter up in this challenge, 8-week transformation challenge, $20. You get in the app, you get access to me, to the C2H crew, and you know, I'll set you up with a program that best fits you, because we are here to help you succeed. We're here to freaking get you up and moving. No matter what situation you're in, we're always going to find a way to make it as convenient for you as possible
Mm-hmm.
to better yourself.
Absolutely.
So the transformation challenge starts June 16th. So that's the day after Father's Day. Yeah, for the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. But with that, $20 just to
Lulu,
get into the challenge.
where are they at though?
Hit us up. We're gonna have a QR code. We're gonna have a link and stuff, and we're gonna get you set up and going. All right.
All right.
These guys ain't ready. I know Lulu ain't ready. She's over
Bro,
there
I
giggling,
feel
so
like
she
I've
knows
been the
she ain't
consistent
ready.
one compared to that one down there.
Well, I am prepping
You
my body
have
for this
me.
transformation.
Ooh,
So I'm
so
gonna
he's
take a
getting ready.
picture of this fucking keg I got here,
So
and then
by the time
in
this
8 weeks,
video
you're like,
comes out,
dang, dude, it's a little cheat
it's
code.
gonna be like a week. It's gonna be like a week, to get ready for the challenge. So
Okay.
you get it.
I'm taking a picture today,
Well,
and
it's
I'm
gonna be a
One
little
more
bit
week
more.
to slack off, Brian.
Yeah.
I need to go back
Cookie
on a run.
thing, ice creams.
I know. I haven't bought any more, so I'm laying off the ice cream.
Oh,
Okay.
June. Also, we're gonna have the website's updated. But if you want to join in on our monthly newsletters with the monthly I can't even talk. Monthly newsletters. Shoot. I gotta split things up, dude. Tongue twisters and stuff. We got a lot of things in there. Whether it's
Monthly
updates,
newsletter. Monthly newsletter. That's not a tongue twister, dude.
monthly newsletter. See, monthly newsletter. Anyways,
That guy's
boom.
drunk.
A little. What'd you say? Updates on C2H recipes. We got things that discounts on
Gluten-free
the
options.
C2H. What?
Gluten-free options. Dairy-free options.
We'll put that in.
Non-dairy.
Yeah.
Cage-free.
What? Whatever it is, okay? There's gonna be ways. Yeah, dude.
Grass-fed.
What's going on? Dang. What'd you do there?
Magic.
Oh, magic. But also June. June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And since we had one of our guests who is a big advocate for the veterans' mental health, hey, USA branding. We're not sponsored, but dude, give them a look. They got some cool stuff on there. They got cool little
Really good. He
signs
does a
on there
great
and
job.
whatnot.
Yep.
Oh. And if you haven't listened to the podcast, hey, Ethan, boom, he's a cool dude.
Cool dude. Cop.
Detective.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Should get it back on.
And he went over like his sobriety and stuff, and then he's also promoting his clothing brand with helping the veteran community in the mental health area.
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go. Anyways, any last things you guys want to hit on before we wrap this up?
Yep. Again, I just want to give a huge shout out to Alfred Zeus Ratcliffe for going out there and putting the paws on them boys. And Robert Keaton as well. Poof, poof, poof. Good job, gentlemen. And again, hopefully we can have Alfred Ratcliffe back on here and have some more boxers on here so they can tell us about on their journeys to boxing, maybe why they got into boxing and all that good stuff. But stay tuned, man. We got plenty of great guests coming on, and again, hear more about Miss Victoria Valenzuela and Omar as well with his newborn. We got a lot of things coming up, so stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe, and all that good stuff. Go check out the TikTok. And follow my Instagram if you want to. I don't fucking care.
To health.
Cheers to health.